8 o'clock now on your Thursday morning. I'm Joshua Robinson here on Up with KREM. We are following breaking news in Medical Lake this morning. Spokane County deputies are investigating a shooting there this morning. We welcome in our Nicole Hernandez, who joins us live from Howard Street and Westbrook Road now with the latest updates. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Joshua. So like you mentioned, that shooting investigation is happening right now. Howard Street is closed here in Medical Lake, right near Brooks Road. You can see we have several officers here in this area, as well as investigators on scene working to take photos and process this scene here. Now, the shooting happened early this morning, 3:30 early this morning. A man shot an acquaintance of his and then called 911 saying he shot somebody. Now, officers got here early and ended up taking that victim to the hospital. Doctors are treating him there now, but they are expecting him to be okay and survive his injuries. So there was no arrests. Officers have not made any arrests in this investigation so far, but 2 people are detained as of right now, but just for questioning. Neither of the people detained right now are considered suspects, but police say that one of the people that they have detained for questioning is the person who called 911 saying they shot their friend. So what's next now? Howard will be closed for the next few hours as investigators work to process this scene and take photos of this area, figure out exactly what happened to lead up to the shooting early this morning. They will be here for the next few hours. Live in Medical Lake, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Thank you very much, Nicole. And of course, we will keep you updated here on Up with KREM with the latest details, as well as KREM.com and our KREM 2 mobile app. Jen?
All right, Joshua, thank you so much. Well, new in the past hour, Louisiana leaders are reporting the first death from Hurricane Laura. The governor there says a tree fell, killing a 14-year-old girl. In the meantime, though, we are getting a better look at the situation in the Gulf Coast this morning. This is a live look from southeast Texas. Experts say the hurricane rapidly intensified just before hitting shore last night with sustained winds of 150 miles per hour. This morning, Dana Marie McNichol is tracking Hurricane Laura and where it's headed next. She joins us now from the Weather Center. Good morning.
Good morning, Jen. That's right. So when it hit landfall earlier this morning, last night, Category 4, but now it's been reduced to a Category 1. Yes, moving north, you can see the path here with really still aggressive high winds, 85 miles per hour there, 75 actually, just reducing a little bit. We've seen those winds reduce from 100 miles per hour to 75 miles per hour as it heads towards Arkansas. We might even see it be reduced to a tropical storm category in the next couple of hours. But of course, we're going to keep an eye on that storm as a lot of damage, unfortunately, has ripped through the Louisiana coastline. Looking here locally, beautiful sunshine across our area, 59 degrees right now in Spokane, sunshine in Wenatchee at 65 degrees, Coeur d'Alene 58 in North Idaho as well. Your 3-day forecast. So a lot of sunshine for today and tomorrow. Very typical summer weather, but as a cold front pushes through on your Saturday, we're going to get a little clouds, some wind, also high fire danger for your Saturday because of that dry vegetation. If anything were to spark, it would be really dangerous. We're going to take a look at a cool down on our Sunday upcoming in our main forecast, as well as some precipitation for Monday. So we got some wet weather on the way. I'm kind of looking forward to it. A little bit of a cool down. Joshua?
Thank you very much, Dana Marie. 8:03 now on your Thursday morning. This morning, Sandpoint police say they're searching for a missing teenage girl. Authorities say 14-year-old Ashley FISHBURNE, who was last seen more than 2 weeks ago. Police describe her as 5 foot 4 inches tall and 120 pounds. Anyone who has seen her or knows anything about where she might be is asked to call 911.
This is one of the top stories you're reading right now on KREM.com. Should fluoride be added to Spokane's water? Right now, Spokane is the largest city in Washington state without fluoridated water, but that could change. Supporters are pushing city leaders to take action. So what is this all about? Well, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the American Dental Association, and many others say water fluoridation is an effective and efficient way to reduce tooth decay, but not so fast. Opponents say they don't want anything added to the city's water. So right now, Mayor Nadine Woodward, she's writing on Facebook, encouraging people to join the conversation tonight at the City Council meeting. She believes that it should be on the ballot and not up to City Council alone. So we actually dug into the archives and found out that this isn't a new debate in Spokane. There's actually a long history over fluoride in water, and this topic actually comes up about every 15 years in Spokane's history since the 70s. So the last time this was brought up to the City Council's attention was back in 2000. And this morning we want to answer your questions that you have about the CDC's guidelines and the city's proposal. You can send those questions into us at 509-448-2000. So let's go over some of the questions we've already been asked this morning. One of them is, do other cities in our area have fluoride in their water? The answer is yes. According to the Spokane Regional Health District, nearby cities like Cheney and Fairchild Air Force Base already add fluoride to their public water. And the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says other cities have been adding fluoride to their water for more than 75 years. So another question someone just sent in is, does boiling or freezing water reduce the amount of fluoride? So according to the CDC, fluoride is not released from water when it is boiled or even frozen. There is one exception though, water distillation, a system. But if you have one of those, they're usually pretty expensive and they're usually in your home. So they're rather more in labs. So they are very expensive and they could cause some safety concerns. So the City Council is hosting a forum tonight. It's at 6 p.m. to discuss possible changes, and they want to hear from you. So the virtual forum is with a variety of local leaders, and here's how you can be involved. You can sign up for public comment today between 2:30 and 5:30. We've made it easy for you to find that forum. Just click on this story on KREM.com's homepage. In the meantime, we'll keep answering your questions you have this morning the best we can. All you have to do is text them in to us, 509-448-2000. Meanwhile, a vote on the city's proposal could come as early as Monday. Joshua?
Thank you very much, Tim. Coming up at 8:07 now, the CDC has updated their testing guidance and now says those exposed to the coronavirus don't necessarily need to get tested. But the state of Washington will not be changing their testing procedures. Washington's Deputy Chief Medical Officer says asymptomatic people and people who have likely been exposed should still get tested. Spokane County has extended their deadline as well on the 2020 census. Forms are now due September 30th. A partnership specialist with the National Census Bureau says Spokane County could forfeit billions of dollars over the next 10 years if those forms are missed.
Critical for us to really be able to have this chance to affect not just this year, but the next 10 years and how our communities will shape and look, not just for us, but for our children.
And as much as $675 billion in federal funding is distributed to programs that are based on census data. This includes programs like Medicaid, education, transportation, and emergency response services. Local activist Ammon Bundy has been arrested for the second time in 24 hours. Bundy is the rancher who led an armed occupation of a federal wildlife refuge in Oregon back in 2016. He refused to leave the Idaho State House on Wednesday morning and was booked on misdemeanor trespassing, resisting, and obstructing charges. The Palmer Fire has now burned over 17,000 acres in Okanogan County as fire officials say it could be fully contained by Friday. Right now, the Palmer Fire is 57% contained. Evacuations are still in place for the following areas that we're going to put up on your screen here in just a second. Level 3 evacuations, that means leave now. Level 2 evacuation means be set to evacuate. Level 1 means get ready to leave. There are those evacuations for you right now as crews say they are expecting no significant growth or movement of the fire. The Seattle Mariners joined the list of professional sports teams on strike last night in response to the shooting of Jacob Blake. Mariners players unanimously decided not to play in their game last night against the San Diego Padres. The Mariners organization tweeted their support of the players as well. The Mariners have more black players on their roster than any other MLB team. Former Gonzaga pitcher Marco Gonzalez tweeted how proud he is of his team, but also said he's heartbroken for his brothers and teammates who fear for their lives and their families' lives on a daily basis. He says, quote, "This isn't about baseball right now. It's about justice, equality, and understanding." Our sports director Brenna Green will have more on this story this morning on other teams opting out of games as well in support of Black Lives Matter. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. Coming up, the Academy of Country Music Awards is still set to happen this year. They'll be aired right here on KREM 2, or on KREM 2 rather. Coming up, our first look at some of the stars who will be performing at this year's event.
And we're not out of the clear just yet. Breezy conditions this weekend causing fire danger to remain high in the inland northwest. I'll break it down next.
Searching for a hybrid with an all-wheel drive system? Your search is over at Parker Toyota. You want a fuel-efficient hybrid with additional all-wheel drive features? Here's a list that has something for everyone. We have the right hybrid to match your personal taste, needs, and budget with all-wheel drive safety and off-road adventure. Find yours right here at your No Problem Superstore, Parker Toyota, Highway 95 in Coeur d'Alene.
When managing diabetes, you can't always stop for a finger stick. With the Freestyle Libre 14-day system, a continuous glucose monitor, you don't have to. With a painless 1-second scan, you can check your glucose with a smartphone or reader, so you can stay in the moment, no matter where you are or what you're doing. Ask your doctor for a prescription for the Freestyle Libre 14-day system. You can do it without finger sticks. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
It's my 912 no days off migraine medicine. It's Ubrelvy for anytime, anywhere migraine strikes without worrying if it's too late or where I am. One dose can quickly stop migraine in its tracks within 2 hours.
Unlike older medicines, Ubrelvy is a pill that directly blocks CGRP protein, believed to be a cause of migraine. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Most common side effects were nausea and tiredness.
Ask about Ubrelvy, the anytime, anywhere migraine medicine.
Leaky pipes? Clogged drain? No hot water? At Raptor Rooter and Plumbing, we know there's more essential business happening in your home now than ever before. We've implemented a no-contact process because we understand the safety of your family and sanitation of your home is critical. Call Raptor Rooter and Plumbing today at 509-230-2369 and receive $30 off any drain cleaning service. Raptor Rooter and Plumbing. We make your leaks become extinct.
Wildfire season is here and we may be affected by smoke. Protect your health by being prepared. 1. Check current air quality and fire activity online and plan accordingly. 2. When it's smoky, limit or avoid time outdoors. And 3. Keep indoor air as clean as possible. Replace home air filters more often and set the air conditioner to the recirculate mode. For the latest information about wildfires and air quality, visit the Washington Smoke blog, wasmoke.blogspot.com.
Fairlife makes the most of milk. It's ultra filtered for 50% less sugar and 50% more protein. So make the most of any occasion with Fairlife ultra filtered milk.
(8:13) now. Welcome back. In time for the Speed Feed. Stories you may see today on social media. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom are celebrating the birth of their daughter. Take a look. This is Daisy Dove Bloom. Now, they shared the news on Instagram. They also shared this black and white photo with all three holding hands. Well, country music fans, get your boots on and jump in line. The 55th Academy of Country Music Awards is coming up on September 16th on KREM 2. For the first time, the ACM Awards will be held in Nashville. Kelsey Ballerini, Maren Morris, Luke Combs, Miranda Lambert, and Tim McGraw are all expected to be featured.
All I could for life, so I stepped up the golden. Nobody cried.
Well, Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas are still finding a way to perform during the pandemic. Check out this tiny desk performance yesterday. They sang My Future and Everything I Wanted. Since the beginning of the pandemic, the family duo has live streamed concerts to benefit charity. Hey, and she sounds pretty good, right, Joshua?
I was going to say, sometimes when we see these live concerts, Jen, we see, a noticeable drop in sound quality. She sounds exactly the same. Love her and her brother both.
I know, they're so talented. At last year's Grammys, he actually won more Grammys than she did.
That's right.
Yeah, so talented genes coming from that family. So I guess we'll have to stay tuned to more of their benefit concerts that they have during the pandemic, so we can get another, tune in of one of their next shows. But yeah, that's a look at your speed feed today and everything you might see floating around on social media. But you also might see, Dana Marie, that we have some beautiful weather on the way.
That's very true, Jen. It is a gorgeous day in the inland northwest, but really trending online this morning is Hurricane Laura that we've seen. It's definitely a big storm out there that we're going to get a look at right now. But again, looking at Lake Coeur d'Alene, it is absolutely beautiful. Sunny, clear, dry skies for today and tomorrow until we see a cold front passing through. Let's take a look at Hurricane Laura. Now a Category 1 storm. It hit the coast of Louisiana at a Category 4, 150-mile-per-hour winds, now reduced to only 75 miles per hour, but there's still a lot of life in this storm as it travels at 15 miles per hour up north towards Arkansas, even up towards the East Coast. But of course, we're going to be tracking that storm as we go into the morning. Taking a look at what right now, it is beautiful, 59, a little bit of cloud cover overhead, not too windy outside, 7 miles per hour at your sustained winds. If we see sunshine around our area, I am happy, right? 65 degrees in Wenatchee, 61 in Moses Lake, 59 in Spokane, and then just a little bit cooler as we head into North Idaho. There is high fire danger and fire weather watch for Saturday. This tan area on the screen, this is where the fire weather watch is in effect for those high winds, low relative humidity, those warm temperatures. Pretty much our whole summer has created an environment for very dry vegetation. So if something were to spark, that would be very dangerous. Let's take a look at our high temperatures for our region. 92 degrees in Richland is the warmest that we're going to see today. 88 in Wenatchee, 90 in Omak, so pretty warm in that area. As we come west a little bit, 86 in Spokane, 86 in Deer Park as well, 83 in Libby, Montana, 78 in Grangeville, hitting the 70s. We're going to feel those 70s a little bit later on into our weekend. But another thing, I am a really big golfer, and so I want to share my excitement for golf with you guys. If you have any photos of beautiful golf courses in the inland northwest, please text them to me. We'll put them up here. But here's your golfing forecast. 8 a.m. 58 degrees and sunny. At your noon hour, it's just going to jump up to 81 degrees. And then 3 p.m., get on that golf course because it's 84 degrees and sunny. I was hitting balls yesterday. Great temperature. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast. So for the next 2 days, again, amazingly beautiful summer temperatures. Again, Saturday is just a little bit of a cool down. The cold front is going to really impact us as we see our Sunday with cloudy skies and even a chance for showers on our Monday morning. So we're going to be tracking that as well as we move into the weekend.
KREM 2 News is sponsored by Airstream of Spokane.
Valspar Signature holds up to common stains and cleans up easy. Discover what's possible at Lowe's.
When I say I've been living Atkins for years, that doesn't mean I've been on a diet for years. What it does mean is that the foods I eat and enjoy every day deliver healthy proteins and don't load me up on refined carbs or sugars. But in these last few months, a lot of us are looking to shed some of those pandemic pounds. So let's be clear. The Atkins way of keto dieting has helped zillions of people lose weight. Atkins.com. It's all there. Everything you need to know. Free. Nothing to join.
Trucks? We've got them. SUVs? We got them. Power? We got it. Jeeps?
We've got 50 of them.
It's our summer sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Spokane. No matter what type of vehicle you're looking for, chances are we got them. To say thank you for the month of August, we'll take $1,000 off every transaction for first responders, military, and medical personnel. Check us out online at lithiajeepspokane.com.
Take a short drive to the Newport Highway or shop lithiajeepspokane.com.
The city of Spokane Valley is a great place to work, to live. What the park brings to the valley is the largest industrial park of its kind between Seattle and Minneapolis. We've got a total of 5 million square feet. We're rail served. We've always believed it's right in the center of everything. It's an economic engine. Working with the city of Spokane Valley is awesome. Spokane Valley is obviously growing, a tremendous opportunity for a lot of businesses to locate here.
Right now,
AARP's work is more important than ever. We hear older Americans loud and clear, and that's why we fight for what they and their families need. Access to health care, affordable prescription drugs, opportunities to save for the future, ending age discrimination, a healthy, financially secure, fulfilling life. That's what AARP fights for, because that's what everyone deserves. Join us in fighting for what's right.
Thank you for joining us this morning here on Up with KREM, 8:20 now. And more than 1 dozen speakers took the stage last night for night 3 of the Republican National Convention. Just as we did with the Democratic National Convention, our Verify team has worked overnight to fact check some of the claims from last night. Here's Jason Puckett with the latest.
Let's start with the claim from U.S. Representative Elise Stefanik from New York.
President Trump graciously thank and honor our men and women in uniform and sign the largest pay raise for our troops in a decade.
This claim is true. Department of Defense charts show that the military pay raise of 3.1% in 2020 was the highest since 2010. Between 2011 and 2019, the average raise was about 1.7%. Next, a claim from congressional candidate Madison Cawthorn.
My personal favorite, James Madison, was just 25 years old when he signed the Declaration of Independence.
This claim is false. James Madison was 25 years old when the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776, but Madison didn't actually sign it. If you look at the Declaration itself or the list of signers kept by the National Archives, Madison's name isn't there. He did go on to sign the Constitution, though, 11 years later in 1787 when he was 36 years old. And finally, a claim from Vice President Mike Pence.
Before the first case of the coronavirus spread within the United States, the President took unprecedented action and suspended all travel from China.
This claim is false. CDC documents show that the first U.S. COVID case was diagnosed on January 20th. President Trump signed that proclamation banning travel to China on January 31st, 11 days later. The president's travel ban proclamation actually starts by acknowledging the U.S. has, quote, confirmed cases. Folks, we have a lot more claims from all nights of the RNC up on our website. If you see a claim you want us to look into, send us an email. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Thank you, Jason. Coming up, the boycott by the Milwaukee Bucks sent ripples across the sports world, including here in the Northwest. Coming up, why the Mariners and the Sounders also chose to take the bench.
What will the new school year bring? We all have questions. KREM 2 is committed to getting answers.
We sat down and built the caseload of kids who might become invisible.
Were you worried about these students since you didn't really know if they were doing okay?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's
Hello,
still
1, 2,
kids
3, 4,
I'm
5.
really worried about.
KREM 2 News is here for you with the most up-to-the-minute and comprehensive coverage. KREM 2 is your back-to-school information station.
Whether your office is small, large, or working from home, Continuum Office Environments has new and gently used chairs, desks, and more. Everything to make your office work.
Come and see us today at Continuum Office Environment.
720 North Fancher Road.
You might be thinking, why should I wear a mask?
COVID-19 won't affect me.
But what about them?
We get it. Masks can be uncomfortable, and we aren't used to wearing them as we go about our daily lives.
They help to keep you, the people you interact with, and their loved ones safe.
So if you won't wear a mask to protect yourself, do it for them.
Do your part.
Do your part.
Do your part.
Learn more at one.idaho.gov.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bathfitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
At Wendell, you are respected, you are valued, and we have an experience tailored to fit your lifestyle.
I'm Alex Batten, and I had an excellent experience buying my F-150 Platinum 2013 model from Wendell Ford. And I had freedom and independence buying my first vehicle, and Wendell Ford allowed me to do that, and that was probably one of the happiest experiences of my life, was driving off this lot in that truck.
For your tailored experience, come see us at Wendell at the Y or Wendell.com.
Continuum Office Environments has protective plexiglass panels to keep your employees and customers safe. Plus new and gently used chairs, desks, and more to make your office comfortable.
Come and see us today at Continuum Office Environment.
720 North Fancher Road.
8:25 now. Welcome back to Up with KREM. I'm Jen York. Well, this morning we are tracking breaking news from Medical Lake. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting. Nicole Hernandez is joining us live now near Howard Street and West Brooks Road with more on what happened. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jen. So right now, Howard Road is closed. It is a neighborhood street, but it's right off of Brooks, which is a more main road here in Medical Lake, like you mentioned, for a shooting investigation. So you can see here that there's plenty of officers. They've opened up just a tiny bit of this road here going up a little bit further, but that house with the red truck in front of it is the house that they are focusing on right now where the shooting happened. So this happened early this morning at 3:30. A man shot an acquaintance of him and then called 911 saying that he shot someone. When officers got here to this area, they ended up taking the victim to the hospital where doctors are now treating that person. He is expected to be okay and survive his injuries. As of right now, there have been no arrests. Police have not made any arrests, but police have detained 2 people for questioning. One of the people that they have detained is the person that called 911 saying that they shot their friend, but at this point, they do not know whether or not that person is a suspect or not. They're still trying to figure out the logistics of what led up to this shooting to figure out who it was that would be the suspect and the victim in this case. So what's next now? This investigation will be happening for about another hour now. So Howard, this little block of Howard will be closed for about another hour, but for now they're trying to just figure out exactly what led up to this shooting. Live in Medical Lake, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
All right, Nicole, thank you so much. Of course, we will continue to track this story on Up with KREM. You can also read more about the investigation right now on KREM.com. Joshua?
Thank you, Jen. The Center for Disease Control has updated testing guidelines for COVID-19. The new recommendations say getting tested, even if exposed to the coronavirus, may not always be needed. The CDC website states people who had close contact to the virus but are not exhibiting symptoms do not necessarily need a test. Now, previously, agency leaders suggested tests for all close contacts of people who test positive for COVID-19. But just yesterday, experts with the Department of Health and Human Services said the new guidance was to, quote, reflect current evidence and the best public health interventions. They did not, however, state what that new evidence was, according to the Associated Press. In Washington, however, state leaders say they will not follow the new CDC testing guidelines. Deputy Chief Medical Officer for the Washington State Healthcare Authority said yesterday COVID-19 testing will stay the same. The state will also continue to test anyone with likely exposure. We've got more headlines and your local forecast coming up at 8:30 on the CW22.
Create your ideal outdoor space this summer with a new John Deere compact utility tractor from Pape Machinery for 0 down and 0% financing for 84 months. Learn more at papemachinery.com.
Buymart is here to bring you great deals on everything automotive. You can find it all on our website with our digital flyers. Take care of your car with a jug of Chevron oil for only $11.88. Or pick up a batch of Prime antifreeze and coolant for only $7.88. Go the distance with Castrol High Mileage Oil, only $12.99 after a $4 mail-in rebate. And there are even more deals for everything your car needs and more. Buymart, we're ready when you are.
Is it time you got more from your outdoor living spaces? At Jacobs Custom Living, we have the area's largest selection of outdoor products. Umbrellas, retractable awnings, and roller shades to beat the heat of the day, and fire pits for cool evenings. Choose from our floor models or customize a look from hundreds of fabrics. At Jacobs, we'll help you create a style all of your own.
Jacobs Custom Living for quality, style, and the largest selection of outdoor furniture. Come to Jacobs.
Face coverings are going to be with us for a while. Just about everyone in Washington must wear a mask when they go out in public, as essential as our wallet or our keys. So put it in a place you will see on your way out the door. Keep a clean one in your car. If you have certain health conditions, you may be exempt, but check with your doctor. And if you have kids older than 2, make sure they have theirs. because masks are a proven way to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Mask up to open up, Washington. Visit coronavirus.wa.gov/masks.
This summer, you can take home a new John Deere compact utility tractor backed by Pape's legendary 10-year warranty. With 23 locations throughout the West, Pape Machinery is open and ready to support you.
Just ahead of 8:30 now, welcome back to Up with KREM. We are tracking some breaking news. Authorities say one person was shot this morning near downtown Medical Lake. Nicole Hernandez is near Howard Street and West Brooks Road right now with new information. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jen. So right now, Howard Street, the part of that street is blocked off right now. That it is just one of those neighborhood streets here in this area, but it is near Brooks Road, and there is some slowing down on this main road here. You can see that is because there are several officers and investigators here working to process this scene here after the shooting this morning. So the shooting happened at 3:30 this morning. A man shot an acquaintance of his and then called 911 saying he shot someone. Officers arrived here and they took the victim of the shooting to the hospital. Doctors are treating him there now, but they are expecting him to survive his injuries. Now, no arrests have been made at this point, but officers have detained 2 people for questioning. One person who is detained is the person who said he shot his acquaintance. But they do not know whether or not that person is a suspect yet, as they don't know exactly what led up to this shooting. As for what's next here this morning, investigators will be here for about another 45 minutes working to figure out what led up to this shooting. They said they're still looking for a few more witnesses to speak to, and then from there they will take this physical investigation and move it into their offices as for more of an internal investigation. As we get more information about what happened this morning, we'll make sure to bring it to you. Live in Medical Lake, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Nicole, thank you. As Nicole mentioned there, we'll of course track this on Up with KREM, but you can read more on that investigation right now on KREM.com. 8:31 now, and turning our attention to the weather, we want to check in with Dana Marie for our look outside. Good morning.
Morning, Jen. We're taking a look really quick at Hurricane Laura that is now a Category 1 pushing up towards Arkansas and a little bit north. 75-mile-per-hour winds there as it pushes and moves at 15 miles per hour. So a lot of catastrophic damage we saw there this morning and overnight, but we'll take a deeper look into that a little bit later. Giving a live look outside, a beautiful day for your Thursday, 59 degrees, winds at 7 miles per hour. A similar view across the area. Temperatures in Wenatchee, 65 degrees, 61 in Moses Lake, and then a little bit cooler in North Idaho. But what a wonderful summer day. I hope you have some fun plans for your Thursday. Again, a repeat for Friday, 87 and Sunday, but a cold front will be felt on Saturday, and some breezy conditions will be as well. Sunday will bring the 70s, low 70s. So we'll take a look at that full 7-day forecast with a chance of rain on Monday. Jen?
Dana Marie, thank you. Well, students will head back to school in some capacity in the next couple of weeks. Last night, KREM 2 hosted a forum to answer your questions, and we brought in experts to outfit parents with the best information to address new regulations and curriculum. Now, a top question was, how do parents prepare kids emotionally for the next school year? Take a listen.
I understand this is so stressful, and one of the best things we can do for our kids is to keep ourselves regulated and to model that, because our kids need to feel safe and connected and supported, and if we're stressed and anxious, they're going to cue off that. And I think part of what we want to do with our kids is just acknowledge that this is a completely unexpected event that's happened, and we're working really hard to support you.
Well, there are many other changes to the upcoming school year, and we know this new information and tracking all the changes can certainly be stressful. To keep up to date with all of the latest school updates, you can do that right here on KREM. You can also text SCHOOL to 509-448-2000 for the latest information about specific schools and districts. Joshua?
Thank you, Jen. 8:34 now this morning. Mike Pence is now officially the Republican vice presidential nominee. Pence's acceptance of the vice presidency highlighted the third night of the Republican National Convention. During his speech, Pence warned of rising lawlessness and violence under a Democratic White House, alluding to the unrest sparked by a police officer's shooting of a black man in Wisconsin on Sunday.
Joe Biden would double down on the very policies that are leading to violence in America's cities. You won't be safe in Joe Biden's America.
Yesterday's convention theme was Land of Heroes, and many speakers expressed strong support for the president's law and order agenda.
Democrat-run cities across this country are being overrun by violent mobs.
Joe Biden has turned his candidacy over to the far left, anti-law enforcement radicals.
And if you missed it, country star Trace Adkins also performed the Star Spangled Banner last night. Take a listen.
And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
And the GOP's big event does wrap up this evening with President Trump's acceptance speech. All right, yesterday also marked a big day for professional athletes who want to use their platforms for change, and it showed all across social media. We're going to start this morning by looking at the Mariners. The Seattle Mariners joined the list of professional sports teams on strike last night in response to the shooting of Jacob Blake. Mariners players unanimously decided not to play in their game last night against the San Diego Padres, and the organization tweeted their support of the players. The Mariners have more black players on their roster than any other MLB team. Former Gonzaga pitcher Marco Gonzalez tweeted how proud he is of his team, but also says he's, quote, heartbroken for his brothers and teammates who fear for their lives and their families' lives on a daily basis. He says, quote, "This isn't about baseball right now. It's about justice, equality, and understanding." His teammate Justin Dunn also tweeted saying how blessed he felt to be able to play on a team like the Mariners. Meanwhile, Seattle Sounders also decided to postpone their upcoming game in Los Angeles. The team made that announcement on Twitter saying, "We support our players. We stand with them and share their frustration with what we have witnessed. Together we fight racism. We are resolved and committed as an organization to use our platform in furtherance of change." And these are, of course, just the teams that we're talking about in Washington State. A number of teams elsewhere, all led by the Milwaukee Bucks, were one of the first to boycott their matchup against the Orlando Magic last night in protest of the police shooting. Still to come this morning, the Spokane Comedy Club is shaking things up during the pandemic. What owners are doing to adjust to Washington's live entertainment ban. You're watching Up with KREM.
Insurance for veterans like Liz and Mike, an Army family who's always at the ready. So when they got a little surprise, they didn't panic. They got a bigger car for their soon-to-be bigger family. After shopping around for insurance, they called USAA, who helped find the right coverage for them and even some much-needed savings.
That was the easy part.
USAA Insurance has made the way Liz and Mike need it easy. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, we make sure your favorite spot is designed to be super comfortable. Whether you're a cuddler, an upside-downer, a leg dangler, or all of the above. Announcing the Labor Day sale at Lazy Boy. For a limited time only, you can save up to 25% store-wide. Plus, you'll get 0% interest until January 2024.
What do you think?
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Tough break, huh?
Don't worry, Dad. I'll be all right.
Listen, you know those opioids they gave you for the pain?
I don't want to take those. Opioids can be dangerous. I talked with the doctor about just trying some ibuprofen and getting rest.
Well, in case you don't need them, I'll go online and find the take-back location for the pills.
Thanks, Dad.
Take the next step. Find safe medication return options near you.
Now that you're enjoying the summer outside, have you noticed that your deck could use some repairs? Well, Bull Hidliner can help. Bull Hidliner has been helping customers just like you for over 25 years. The industrial liner used for truck beds can now be used for protecting your decks, patios, and much more. Have less maintenance and more longevity by calling 509-532-9007 for a free estimate on your deck or trucks. Visit our website, www.bullhidliner.com, to see examples of our quality work.
For bathroom odors that linger, try Febreze Small Spaces. Just press firmly and it continuously eliminates odors in the air and on soft surfaces for 45 days.
When our daughter and her kids moved in with us, our bargain detergent couldn't keep up.
Turns out it's mostly water.
So we switched back to Tide. One wash, stains are gone.
Don't pay for water. Pay for clean. It's gotta be Tide.
Spokane Comedy Club is switching up their business model. They're going to be reopening as the Spokane Shake Company this weekend. And we're joined this morning by the owner, Adam Norwest, to talk about some of those changes. Adam, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. How are you? I have a helper now too.
Oh, well, you needed her. You need her. I want to ask you, first of all, for our viewers who might not be aware of what went into this change, let us know kind of what happened.
Yeah, so we've been Spokane Comedy Club for over 4 years, and our last show was March 15th. But because of the pandemic, obviously, we had to close. We were hoping to get to open in July under new rules as a restaurant, and then they decided no live entertainment until Phase 4. So having no idea when that's going to be, we decided to shake things up a little bit and turn Spokane Comedy Club into Spokane Shake Company.
I love the shake puns. I'm going to ask you to list off as many as you can here in a few minutes. But I want to ask you, so how much do you commit to something like that in terms of, do you want to make them like artisanal shakes? What were the way the questions kind of changed from being a comedy club to making shakes that people want to come and enjoy?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to do something that was still fun because, comedy's fun. So I didn't want to, turn our warehouse into a metal screw factory or something like that, although that I guess could be funny also. But so we were like, let's do something that is always positive, right? So if you're having a bad day, milkshake makes it better. If you're having a good day, celebrate with a milkshake. We didn't want to just have like the normal 3 or 4 milkshakes, so we decided to have 30 milkshakes. My wife wasn't like totally on board until I mentioned boozy shakes, and then she was like, oh, let's do this. This is great. So we've got 10 boozy shakes on our menu. And just things that are like classics and then also like really fun, unique things we're super excited about.
Do you care to share and spoil any of the recipes that you've got coming out of those 30?
Yeah, I mean, we've got, so we have a cereal category that has like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Crunch Berries, Fruit Loops, and then we have candy like Reese's and Oreos, Sour Patch Kids, and then we have a coffee milkshake. We have a coffee milkshake with Jameson. We've got, your classics, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, Nutella, and then we're going to have seasonal shakes. Like we're going to do a pumpkin spice shake, and we're going to do like gingerbread shakes, and these ideas like are nonstop. So it's going to be super fun.
You got my mouth watering already. I do want to ask you, though, of course, there will be a time when live entertainment opens back up. How does this kind of lean into the possibility of maybe being able to host live entertainment shows, comedy shows again?
Yeah, I mean, that's our plan. That's why we're doing this in the first place. We have, sludged through the last 5 months, and, who knows how much longer we can make it. Like, if this goes another 5 months, I don't know if we'd survive. So that's what I'm telling everyone is, buy a shake, save the arts. And, hopefully people really adapt to the Shake Company, and then when comedy does come back in Phase 4, maybe we're a Shake Company by day, comedy club by night, like a hybrid superhero or something.
So that does answer my next question is you're going to keep the shakes even when you do come back?
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
If people are, into it and supportive, then yeah, we would love to. And that'd be really cool to think that of this terrible thing that our country is going through, that something, great could come out of it that we would not have thought of before. So that would be great. I mean, I have big visions of, building another building next door with a giant milkshake man on top of it or something like that, but we'll see what happens.
And what's the outpouring been like in terms of support from the people of Spokane who have wanted to come and laugh with you? What's that been like?
It's been unreal. We were hoping to get some good support, but as soon as we posted it, we got hundreds and hundreds of messages saying, we're so excited to check you out. We're so glad to support you. We can't believe that you're going through this. We don't understand why regular restaurants can open, but you can't have one person on stage, but we'll buy milkshakes. And so that support and love has kept us going.
And we got a second for you to give me your real quick favorite shake pun.
Just shake your bonbon and come on down and get a milkshake.
What better way to wrap up an interview than that? Thank you very much, Adam, for joining us. We'll be right back with more Up with KREM.
Appreciate it.
You know how these things start. You hear the buzz about Wendy's life-changing breakfast. Hand-cracked eggs, oven-baked bacon. So you try the Breakfast Baconator, love it, and have to tell your friend. They try it, can't believe it, and have to tell their friend. And so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. And so on to Wendy's, where you can buy any of these and get another for just $1. We got you.
Introducing the grand opening of the all-new Arata's Automax Mitsubishi. Going on now. Shop the adventurous Mitsubishi lineup with over 100 vehicles to choose from. Outlander, Eclipse, Mirage, all starting at $189 a month. Incredible 0% financing for 60 months. And we're offering $2,750 over KBB for your trade. Plus, during the grand opening event, all Mitsubishis come with America's best lifetime warranty and car washes and oil changes for life. Take it to the max at the grand opening of Arata's Max Mitsubishi on the corner of Lyons and Division.
The city of Spokane Valley is a great place to work, to live. What the park brings to the valley is the largest industrial park of its kind between Seattle and Minneapolis. We've got a total of 5 million square feet. We're rail served. We've always believed it's right in the center of everything. It's an economic engine. Working with the city of Spokane Valley is awesome. Spokane Valley is obviously growing, a tremendous opportunity for a lot of businesses to locate here.
Daddy, what's that big moving house thing?
It's a motorhome, Junior. Modern invention.
Modern invention? We carried our homes with us since, like, forever.
Yeah, but humans have Geico to protect them. Something goes wrong, they're covered. What do we have?
What could go wrong? Ooh, a feather.
A feather. Duck, Junior!
That's no duck, Daddy. That's a vulture!
Geico for RVs. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Buying tires? Let the experts at Perfection Tire recommend the right tire for you.
Ride, performance, quality, and value determine your driving satisfaction.
Perfection has a large selection of Cooper tires plus many other quality brands to fit your budget.
At Perfection Tire, local store owners work directly with customers to ensure exceptional service.
And with complete automotive service, our certified techs can handle all of your maintenance and repairs.
Nobody beats perfection.
(8:47) now. Welcome back. Well, as we learn more about coronavirus, we are also learning more about possible treatments. The latest involves plasma. Let's connect the dots.
More than 70,000 people are using convalescent plasma as a treatment for COVID-19. Thousands more are on the list to receive it. But how does it work and could it help you? Let's connect the dots. To understand how convalescent plasma works, we start with a simple definition. Convalescent means anyone recovering from a disease, and plasma is the liquid portion of the blood. When people get sick, they develop antibodies for the infection in their plasma. So in this case, we're talking about the plasma found in people who have already recovered from COVID-19. To administer the treatment, health experts start by drawing the donor's blood and pumping it into a machine. That plasma is then separated from the donor's blood. The blood goes back into the donor, and the plasma can be used on a hospitalized COVID-19 patient to help them recover. More than 100,000 people have already signed up to get this treatment, and as that number increases, the FDA says they need more donors, both for plasma to give to patients and the data that comes along with it. While this is currently helping many people all over the country and is hailed as a major breakthrough, it is not a cure.
Experts continue their research because we still need a vaccine for the virus.
All right, thank you so much. We're taking a look at our forecast this morning. A main story, we're tracking Hurricane Laura, now a Category 1 storm. It hit the coast of Louisiana right here at a Category 4 storm overnight at 150-mile-per-hour winds, caused a lot of damage. But right now, it's 75-mile-per-hour winds, a lot of rain as it moves up towards Arkansas right now. It's just hitting the north of Louisiana. Of course, we're going to track this as it continues to move, maybe even move into a tropical storm, but right now a Category 1 hurricane. Taking a live look outside in our region, a beautiful day, 59 and sunny for our Spokane area. This is a live look outside of Coeur d'Alene. A little bit breezy, sustained winds at 7 miles per hour. Around our region right now, temperatures are sunshine and 60s. So 65 in Wenatchee, 61 in Moses Lake, and then a little bit cooler as we head into North Idaho. Taking a look at our fire danger for the weekend. So we're going to feel a cold front pass through our area on Saturday and also bring high winds, sustained winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour, where gusts could be felt anywhere up to 40. So that's why we have this area on our map is where to watch for that on Saturday. Dry vegetation, something were to spark, it would be very dangerous for the area. Let's take a look at our high temperatures. It's pretty warm, especially in Richland. Our hottest temperature on the board, 92 degrees, 89 in Yakima this morning, 90 in Omak. And then we come over east a little bit, 85 in Coeur d'Alene, 83 in Sandpoint, and then Grangeville at 78 degrees. Now, I am a really big golfer, so I decided to do a golfing forecast for you. Send any photos that you guys have or even tips to 509-448-2000, our texting line. I'd love to see what's going on around our area, the beautiful views on our golf course. If you're hitting the links at noon, 81 degrees, but even if you have a later tee time, 3 p.m., 84 degrees. It is beautiful golfing weather today. All right, here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Thursday and Friday, both perfect, 87 and sunny. I mean, that's my ideal day. I love it. If you don't love the heat, you're going to get a little bit of relief on Saturday, 84 degrees, but the big change is going to come on Sunday, 73 degrees. That cold front that we see starting on Saturday, we're really going to feel that on Sunday. And then Monday, we are seeing a chance for AM showers, so we're definitely going to be tracking that as the we get later into the week. But here's a last look at your forecast. Any more weather updates at krem.com/weather.
Sunday on the CW. Don't miss an iconic performance by Lady Gaga. The Video Music Awards bring the music. This Sunday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
I have a new daytime show. Let's do this.
There's this Fred Rogers quote: "We all wish to know that our being alive somehow makes a difference in the lives of others." Being on this path towards being a doctor, I really just think about trying to put my life to the best use possible. WSU is doing an excellent job of preparing me to be a good doctor. When I think about the fact that I'm part of this program, I'm reminded that I'm doing my small part to serve the underserved people of our state.
Yes, if my mic is on.
Leaky pipes, clogged
Yeah,
drain.
it's on.
no
1, 2, 3,
hot
4,
water?
5.
At Raptor
Sorry.
Heater and Plumbing, we know there's more essential business happening in your home now than ever before. We've implemented a no-contact process because we understand the safety of your family and sanitation of your home is critical. Call Raptor Rooter and Plumbing today at 509-230-2369 and receive $30 off any drain cleaning service. Raptor Rooter and Plumbing. We make your leaks become extinct.
When you have depression, it can plunge you into deep, dark lows and can leave you feeling extremely sad and disinterested. Overwhelmed by bipolar depression? Ask about Vraylar. Not all types of depression should be treated the same. Vraylar effectively helps relieve all symptoms of bipolar depression with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Nausea, restlessness, and movement dysfunction are common side effects. When bipolar depression overwhelms, ask how Vraylar can help.
In Idaho, we're fortunate to be surrounded by epic outdoor adventures. As our public lands reopen, we encourage you to recreate responsibly. While COVID-19 remains a threat, take a few easy steps to protect yourself, protect each other, and protect our public lands, so we can all create epic fish stories, bike through astonishing landscapes, paddle down a river, hike to places that give us goosebumps, and take a deep breath of fresh air. Plan your safe outdoor adventure at recreate.idaho.gov.
8:55 now. Welcome back to Up with KREM. This morning we are tracking breaking news from Medical Lake. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting. Nicole Hernandez is joining us live now near Howard Street and West Brooks Road with more on what happened. Hi, Nicole.
Yeah, good morning, Jen. So right now, still about a block of Howard is closed off here in Medical Lake. You can see because there are several investigators working to figure out exactly what led up to this shooting early this morning. That happened around 3:30 this morning. A man shot his acquaintance and then called 911 saying that he shot someone. Officers got here and took the person who was shot to the hospital. Doctors are now treating that person and he is expected to be okay. Now, officers have not made any arrests, but they do have 2 people detained for questioning. One of the people detained for questioning is the person that called 911 saying he shot someone, but they do not know whether or not that person is a suspect yet because they do not know what led up to this shooting yet. So what's next here? Investigators will be here for about the next 30 minutes working to process the scene here. Then they will move this investigation inside. They are still looking to question a few more suspects, but again, the goal right now is to figure out exactly what happened to lead up to this man getting shot. Live in Medical Lake, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Nicole, thank you so much. Of course, you can read more about that investigation right now on KREM.com. Joshua?
Thank you very much, Jen. This morning, the Central Valley School District is also handing out Chromebooks to its students, and this is for students who need a laptop for home learning this upcoming school year. We've got some of the details for you for today's event. It starts at 9 o'clock this morning and it goes until 1 p.m. There are 2 pickup spots, one at Central Valley, excuse me, and then one at University High School. Students will be able to pick up Chromebooks for use for online learning.
All right, we're going to take a look at our final forecast. A 7-day forecast of sunshine and a little bit cool down for the later of the week.
Thanks for watching Up with KREM.
Valspar Signature holds up to common stains and cleans up easy. Discover what's possible at Lowe's.
The city of Spokane Valley is a great place to work, to live. What the park brings to the valley is the largest industrial park of its kind between Seattle and Minneapolis. We've got a total of 5 million square feet. We're rail served. We've always believed it's right in the center of everything. It's an economic engine. Working with the city of Spokane Valley is awesome. Spokane Valley is obviously growing, a tremendous opportunity for a lot of businesses to locate here.
You know, I don't know for me that it's 35% more. I think it's probably greater than that.
I completely agree. I've had great success with Horizon Hospice. I think I agree with you, Sandy, they go above 35% or above. There was a resident that came to us from the hospital on a Friday. They were set up with another hospice provider, but they were unable to see them until next Tuesday. I called Horizon Hospice and they were out immediately within 2 hours to assess our resident and to help make sure that the family was contacted and that we provided all the appropriate care for that person.
It's quick, it's fast, you get them there, they're in contact with the family, they do whatever we need for them.
Hospice is not about being the biggest. Our goal is to be the best. You have a choice, so don't just say hospice. Say Horizon Hospice.
Orchard Crest Retirement and Assisted Living is Spokane Valley's exceptional living community. Our residents choose Orchard Crest because of our amenities, our lifestyle, and most importantly, the quality of life you and your family deserve. Exercise sessions, swimming activities, socials, walking groups, and an on-site salon are just the beginning. With more than 150 monthly activities, Orchard Crest Retirement and Assisted Living is your life, your home. Call us today to schedule a tour.
Jif peanut butter. It's that Jiffing good. You dress up like a squirrel for it. Want another Jiffing good way to Jif? Check out new Jif Squeeze.
Watch today at 11 on CW22.
Now I suspect that you're just trying to pull one over on me.
No, I'm not
You
trying to pull
texted him
one.
about scamming, but I feel like you're trying to scam me.
This is the plaintiff, Leola McKee. She says she hired the defendant to put in a new air conditioner condenser unit, and it came with a 10-year warranty. 3 years later, her furnace blew because the condenser was installed incorrectly. It wasn't even a new one. He put in a used one, and the serial number was scratched off, leading her to believe it was stolen. She's suing this crooked defendant for $5,000, the money she surely owed. This is the defendant, Dean Duquet. He says the plaintiff paid for a used condenser, and that's what he installed for her. The plaintiff knows full well that used equipment doesn't come with a warranty. This woman's trying to scam him, and he knows the judge will see right through her and her lies. He's accused of not honoring a warranty.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Leola